Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. I'm still waiting on some parts to finish the engine, so in this video we're going to be taking care of some interior things that are kind of driving me insane. I'm not much of an interior snob, but there are two things in here that I really need to fix, and that's what we're going to be doing in this video. The sun visors in this Land Cruiser are actually terrible. As you can see here, they were using Velcro to hold it up to the roof. It doesn't work, it falls down and then it obstructs your vision, and this is what you see when you're driving. Obviously it's not very safe. Also the mount is cracked and the passenger side is not much better. It actually stays up, but it also just looks terrible. Like that cloth and the way it's stretched and everything just does not look good. So I have two new visors I got from a junkyard. I have an LS400 that we're going to be installing here, as well as some 3D printed brackets to get the proper spacing and the proper clip to secure the visor into the clip there. The second thing is the cup holder. While it is nice to have a cup holder, because most 90s Toyotas do not have them, it's very small. As you can see, it's only about the width of 4 fingers, so you can fit a can in there, but any cup or container just falls out or doesn't fit at all. So we have a nice 3D printed cup holder that's going to be going in there as well. So here are the mirrors we're going to be running. These are off the LS400, as I said. As you can see, they look a lot better than the factory ones. Got a nicer mirror there, nicer light, nicer material. This is not real leather, but it's a lot nicer than the cloth that's in there. Kind of matches the interior color. Got the pigtail and everything from the junkyard too, so these should just fit right in. Still got to clean up this one. As you can see, it's a lot dirtier than the other one, so we'll give this thing a nice clean. And then we have a box of parts here from Lee over at Solvefunction. He makes really cool 3D printed parts for these trucks. So we have this cup holder right here. This actually came in this tan color, but I painted it to attempt to match my interior, and as you can see, it's not that close, but it's closer than it was as that color. And this actually has a little recessed area here that'll sit into the factory cup holder and mount it. Actually, it's a protruded area there that'll just sit in, and it'll mount it in the factory cup holder, which is really cool. And then he also sent over some nice spacers for those mirrors. So the LS400 mirrors, when you don't use a spacer, they will hit the headliner and they can't extend all the way. And we have nice Solvefunction clips right there for the mirror as well. Even though I do have the LS400 clips, I'm going to be using these ones because they're a lot cooler. He also sent over a nipple guard for the radiator, which the motor's not in the truck, so I can't use this right now, but maybe I'll show you guys how it fits. And also this really cool custom oil cap that says RM Garage on it, which I thought was super, super cool of him. And as you can see, the bottom says, "My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard." The head gasket isn't what prompted the motor to be pulled out of this truck, but that's very funny. I'm starting off with the visors since they're the only part of this project that's going to require actual work. The cup holder just gets held in place with 3M tape, so that's really easy. The visors will need to be cleaned up, the wiring will have to be tested to make sure that the lights actually work, and I'll have to create a pigtail to adapt to the factory harness so that the lights do work. And then later I find out that my screw holes for the retaining clips in the roof are completely stripped out, so that's fun. I think I found a wiring issue in this light right here. So as you saw, when I hooked up to the battery, there was no light coming out of this thing. Now there's a plate behind this light cover right here, and both of these wires should have continuity to that plate, and they don't on this light. On that light they do, and the light works, and on this light they do not, and the light does not work. So what I did right now, because I don't have time to troubleshoot this, is I just popped the bulb out. So we're just gonna run it, and I'll solve it in the future. If it even matters, I don't know that it's that big of a deal. And if I can't figure it out, we'll just get a new passenger side mirror or visor. So if we were in the truck, the left wire here is white black and the right wire is blue. And if you look at the service manual, we can see that for the vanity mirror, I'm assuming that is what we're looking at here, white black for both the left and the right side are ground. And then the blue wire, I don't know why they use L for blue, but they do, is a power. So we're gonna have to make a pigtail here. What I'm gonna do, I'm assuming that the white black on this is ground and the red is power. So we're just going to splice this to that, and then we'll be able to plug it into the truck. A year ago, I would have considered crimping to be an unreliable process, but as I learn and grow, I find myself open to new things. Crimping, especially with open barrel crimps like this, is super common and super strong. In fact, every connector in your car is terminated with a crimp that goes into the connector housing, and you can count on these to be strong and not fail. There is a time and place for soldering and a time and place for crimping. I just felt like crimping today, so that's what I did. All right, with the sun visors installed, let's go ahead and move on to this cup holder now. So you see that it sticks on with 3M tape. Lee included some alcohol swabs to get the area clean so the tape sticks to it. And I want to get the inside of this existing cup holder clean too, because it's really gross. Like, it's sticky in there. You can't, of course you can't feel it, but it's sticky in there, so we're gonna get that clean, and then we're gonna tape this cup holder on, and it's gonna look just like that. All right, the last piece that's a 3D printed part is actually a nipple guard, and this isn't an interior part, but let me show you in the Land Cruiser graveyard here. On the radiator, it's been a while since I've taken this thing out, so I don't remember exactly what that nipple goes to, but it's really easy to break off, and this is a guard that protects against it like that. So it prevents you from knocking this off when you're moving the radiator around. I'll probably install this piece once the engine's back in the truck and the radiator's back in the truck, and then I'll paint match it and get this thing in place. All right, that's gonna wrap it up for this video, guys. Thank you for following along throughout the Land Cruiser build. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up, a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hope you guys have a happy new year, and I will see you guys in the new year. Later.
Here we go, at the top.